Here we have a gorgeous 1979 W72 WS6 Trans Am. Factory 400 4-speed car with its numbers matching 400. This is the last year for the 400 4-speed Trans Am. So in 1979, you could only get the 4-speed if you ordered the Pontiac 400. All the other cars that came with the Olds 403 came with automatics. Also, less than 2,500 of these W72 Trans Ams were built without T-tops, making this a pretty rare car. This one's showing 44,000 miles. Absolutely beautiful solar gold paint with camel tan interior, just like it came out of the factory. I'd honestly give this paint a 9.9 out of 10. It really is just gorgeous. So the WS6 suspension treatment came with 4-wheel disc brakes, and it has a factory 323 posi rear end. I also have the original build sheet and the PHS documentation. This is the nicest Trans Am I've ever owned. It runs and drives just as good as it looks. It really is just a gorgeous car. The interior in this thing is really clean, just as you expect in a low mileage car. Carpet, console, seats, the original dash, no cracks. Everything's in really good condition. Back seat, all the seat belts are here. Headliner's really nice. Gotta love that factory 4-speed. Even the reverse lockout is still there, so the shifter has to be in reverse in order to pull the keys out. Even the factory clock is still working. Really, really nice. Here we have the numbers matching 400 Pontiac engine. It's really clean under here. Looks like it's all factory. Shaker hood, air ducting, power steering, power disc brakes, factory AC. Has a factory exhaust manifolds running through a dual 2.5-inch exhaust. This thing just runs amazing. In the morning, you just pump the gas one time, turn the key, it comes right up on the choke. After it warms up, tap the gas and it idles right down to about 500 or 600 RPM. Doesn't smoke, no odd noises, just runs amazing. And let's start it up. All right, let's start this thing up. So this thing is much more quiet than most of the cars I've had. Sounds almost factory. Just has the dual exhaust running through turbo mufflers with the factory tips. You can see here the factory clock is still working. It still has the reverse lockout, meaning you have to shift it into reverse to remove the key. Most of that linkage on these cars are long gone by now, so it still has that. All right, should be able to just turn it one time. There it goes. Comes right up on idle. You can see here it's cold. So I just started it out. I started up, just brought it out here. Oil pressure's good. The needle does kind of fluctuate like that. If you give it some gas, it kind of moves around a little bit. Tack works. All the gauges work. That needle usually calms down once it warms up. Once it's warm, it usually runs around 35-40 pounds. Like I said, sounds pretty stock. The underside of this thing is just as you'd expect for a car this clean. Extremely clean. Never any rust or accidents. I mean, this floor pan doesn't even have any dents in it, which is really remarkable. Like I said earlier, numbers matching 400. BorgWarner Super T10 4-speed. It's got the 2.5-inch exhaust, crossover. And again, look at those floor pans. Beautiful. Factory 323 posi. I know the gas tank is painted gold, but I just left it that way. I kind of liked it. Flip it around here. Again, just really clean.
And there we have it, a fairly rare 1979 W72 WS6 404-speed Trans Am without T-tops. One correction, I think a few times I mentioned it had a BorgWarner Super T10 4-speed transmission. It actually has a Richmond Super T10 4-speed in it, which is basically the same transmission, just a newer model. Anyway, runs great. Really, really nice car.